Can I be honest? A lot of nurses I know are burnt out, not because we hate our jobs, but because we're in a job that doesn't really align with the life that we want. I just got back from a trip from New York and I learned so much from this trip. It's supposedly a wellness retreat for healthcare workers, and we talk about burnout, we talk about career progression, and I have some takeaways that I want to share with you today. Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Ellaine. I'm a nurse practitioner. I teach nurses how to invest and also love the career that they're in, which is nursing for most of us, and actually leverage this to build the life that we want. And what I had just mentioned, I just got back from my trip to New York. You can see the videos in here. And it was hosted by Indeed, thinking that I'd get a little break, meet some other healthcare workers. But instead, I was able to really get the clarity that I needed in my career. And I was walking through the streets in New York. I was going through this wellness retreat. And then one question that I keep on thinking is that, is this a life that I actually want to live right now? Or am I just working through it? And that really opened up an entire conversation that I want to have with you today, because if you are a nurse, then this video is for you. The 4 types of jobs that every nurse will experience. And this is one of the biggest realization that I've had from this event, is that not every job is supposed to be your dream job, and it's okay. It's actually a strategy. I remember making videos before where I talk about that there's no such thing as a dream job for nurses and that a job is a job. But then I realized that really we go through different kinds of jobs throughout our career. And I'm going to talk about the 4 types of job that, that we go through. And as somebody who has been in the nursing career for over 15 years, I have felt like I have gone through the different jobs all throughout my career, and we're going to talk about it. Number 1 is a job out of necessity. So this is your job because you need the money. I need income now kind of job. It's the one that pays the bills. And for most of us nurses, this may really be that first nursing job that we get out of nursing school. We really have not much choice. I know a lot of nurses who wants to work a specific specialty, specific unit, but they couldn't get into that unit. So they just get whatever is handed in front of them. This is me when I first, actually, I take that back, because I actually really liked my first new grad nursing job. I worked in the ICU in a county hospital. While it may not be the most perfect first job, it was really hard, but I really liked it. And it did become the job out of necessity, because at that time, I have started paying my own bills. I remember, and also when I was a new nurse practitioner, I couldn't find any jobs. And so I ended up taking a job at a small health center, and I was getting paid like pennies in terms of nurse practitioner pay. And I was seeing so many patients in primary care. So this is the job out of necessity. And there is no shame being in this kind of job, because this job serves a purpose, and it really is more for survival. What I would really want to tell you though is that a lot of times, being in this job, it's not really a permanent thing. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. And it's really one of those things that you just have to take. The second type of job is the compensation and benefits job. And I would like to think of this job as the one that offers the most stability, security, benefits. And this is where you find jobs that gives you good retirement benefits, medical insurance. It really allows you to build that stable life. I think that a lot of people are in this type of job. I remember I was in this kind of job for a while, and this is where I was getting my health insurance, I was getting the stability, and this is where the wealth building really starts, because you're getting benefits out of this job. This is where you're probably able to pay off your debt. Like for some nurses who are getting out of grad school, when they go to nurse practitioner school, it may be that job that's paying that student loans. This is also maybe the part where you're strategizing really what can move the needle in your life and in your career. So this is your grown-up job, and I think that a lot of these are grown-up jobs, but this is the one that gives you the most stability. The number three, or the third type of job, is the bridge job. And this is my favorite. And I think that this is where I'm at right now. I think I'm like in between this and the last one. But the bridge job is really the job that takes you to your dream job, if that makes sense. So this is the stepping stone between where you are and where you want to be. And for most people, it may be those remote nursing positions. It may be a hybrid NP role, which is for me. I talked about more about my hybrid nurse practitioner job in this video. I talked about the lessons I've learned, but essentially this is the job that is taking me to the next step. The goal really to be in this kind of job is not to stay here forever. It's really just to buy yourself time, energy, and the capacity. That way you can build into your dream job. And I think that the dream job doesn't necessarily have to be in the nursing career if you are a nurse, because for me, my dream job is to be a writer, to be able to help other nurses or be able to help other people with my creativity. And I think that's the dream job for me, is to be able to use my creativity to do that. I'm able to actually do that on the side right now. While I'm in this bridge job, I have built a six-figure business on content creation, on blogging, which I want to talk more about in this like channel. So if you are into that, building your dream life and also your dream job, then make sure that you subscribe to this channel. But it may be the best career decision you ever make. And I think that, like me taking this new job right now, quitting my really good NP job before, I made a video about this. I quit a really good nurse practitioner job to get to where I'm at right now. And it was the best decision because I'm able to build that stepping stone to my dream job right now because of my schedule. My schedule is so much more flexible now, and I feel like it really aligns with my long-term goals, and it gives me the space to build Nursing Flow Sheet, which is my blog that helps nurses how to invest and build wealth. But yeah, and a lot of people may be stuck in this job forever. Like I'm saying, that I know a lot of people who have been in that bridge job because they're not able to fully step into their dream job. And the dream job really is that fourth type of job. And this is a job that you would do even if no one is paying you. And this is the thing that lights up your soul. It's the one that kind of gives you purpose and not just productivity. And like I said, like for me, it's being a writer, helping other people through my creativity. And I think that it looks very different for everyone else. And like what I mentioned as well, it may not necessarily be in the nursing profession. If you are a nurse right now, you don't have to get stuck in the nursing profession if you have other dream jobs that you want to pursue. And I think that for the most part, dream jobs are not one of those things that you have to find. It's something that you have to build slowly, intentionally. And being able to go through all the stages or this different types of job is really what's going to help you get to that dream job that you want. So yeah, that's what I learned from one of the talks in that retreat, that four kinds of job. And it's okay if your current job is not your dream job, and if you are doing something out of just necessity or out of just getting money off of that job. Like it doesn't have to give you fulfillment. It doesn't have to be your passion is what I'm saying, because we go through this stages a lot. So this kind of goes into what I have been teaching nurses all along, is to like lever their nursing career to build the life that they want, because I think that fulfillment doesn't really come from a job title. It comes from being aligned with the life that you truly want for yourself. And I think that nursing isn't just a job, and I know that because our profession is highly regarded as a passion job, like you should be passionate about your job. Like we get frowned upon if we are doing something in our nursing career out of just getting money off of it. And I think that's okay. There are so many things that you can leverage your nursing career. And that is what I teach a lot to a lot of nurses, because I think that nurses are not just nurses. We are so much more outside of our profession, of our careers. And that is what I want you to learn and also leverage. So number one that you can do on how you can build the life that you want using your nursing career is to use your earning power wisely. I think that nursing is a very lucrative profession. It's very stable, and in a sense that we always need nurses everywhere, especially in areas that are having a lot of nursing shortage, especially right now. So don't waste that potential. Make sure that you are doing everything that you can to make the most of your nursing career. And I made a video on how you can increase your income within your nursing profession right here. So check that out, because I was able to increase my income from $28 to making $250,000 a year as a nurse or a nurse practitioner. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you're using the money that you're earning to build the life that you want. So, and making the most of your nursing profession. And there are so many ways to and opportunities to increase your income within the nursing profession. I think that nursing income is a wealth building tool, and you have to really use it intentionally. Number two is to save and invest early and consistently. And this is where you really build that financial freedom. A lot of times, like, we are just so focused on making more money. But I read a book, and I'm actually going to make a video about it, because these are two of my favorite books about money. It's by Morgan Housel. It's The Psychology of Money. This is the older book that he wrote. And then he recently released this book, The Art of Spending Money. And in this book, he talked about how making money and saving money, or keeping or staying wealthy, are very two different skills you have to learn in order to be good at both of them. In order to make more money, you have to be good with risk taking, with being diligent, with being consistent, and also being strategic. Whereas in order to stay wealthy, or in order for you to save money, you have to know frugality, humility, and also like discipline. And those are very two different like set of skills that you have to learn as somebody who wants to achieve financial freedom. So I will make a video about this because I really love this book. But yeah, so in order for you to leverage your nursing career, you have to be saving and investing the money that you're making out of your nursing job. So this includes investing in your retirement accounts, taking advantage of that, building your emergency fund, using your employer match if you have one at your work, and working towards financial freedom, because you don't want to trade your hours for dollars forever. So your money should be working way harder than you are. Number three is use your nursing career to choose the roles that really support the life that you want. And this is a great thing about the nursing profession that not a lot of people are aware of, is that there's actually a lot of options in the nursing career. If you don't want to work bedside, if you don't want to work in the hospital, you can also work in the clinic. You can work in management. You can work in tech. You can work as a nurse practitioner or a CRNA. Biotech, there's it's really so many options. There's a lot of ways on how you can choose a nursing role that support the life that you want. For me, I had to get into this new job that I'm in right now because I want to have more time. I want to be more flexible, and I want to have more creativity. So in order for me to do that, I have to get a job that supports that life. And I just want you to know that just because you're working in the hospital in a really busy med-surg floor or tele floor, you don't have to stay there forever. And I think a lot of us are like really shackled by like those golden handcuffs, because a lot of us are very scared of venturing to other roles because we're scared that we may lose our retirement or our pension or our seniority. But just look at me. Like, I have gone through so many jobs in the last 15 years that I've been a nurse, and I've never been happier. It also depends on how risk tolerant you are and how averse you are to change and growth. For me, I love growth. I love really pushing myself to the limits. So I always try to find different places that supports the life that I want for myself. So if you're the same way, just know that you have that option. You can do it. So yeah, so this whole trip to New York has really given me that takeaway that I'm very thankful for being in the nursing profession because of all the opportunities that I can do with this career. And also, like, that fulfillment really doesn't come from those big titles, from working the craziest shift in the trauma hospital or working the hardest job. It really comes from alignment and intentional living, and also pursuing the life that you truly want for yourself, not someone else. You don't have to compare your career to someone else. You don't have to think that your career is just a one-way thing where you just want to do one thing forever. Because I used to be that way when I was in nursing school. I thought that I was just going to be an ICU nurse forever. I thought that my fulfillment and how I'd want to be when I grew up is that I want to work in a trauma hospital. I want to be like those healthcare workers that I see on TV who is saving lives, doing CPR and all those things, like all the adrenaline induced like job. And I realized that I don't have to work like that in order to feel fulfilled in my career. I have the most chill job right now, and I work with stable patients. I work in a specialty that some people may deem a boring specialty, and that's okay. I love the life that I have right now. I love that I get to work a job that I actually like to do, and at the same time be able to build my path to get to my dream job. Yeah, it's just really building that life that you envision yourself to want, and it can change over time. It's just one choice at a time, one step at a time, one chapter at a time. And I am here to walk with you through it. So if you like more of this, make sure you subscribe down below, and I hope that it's valuable for you. I think that as nurses, like, we want to know that we have more options, and we do. Yeah, if you want more support in your wealth building journey and also finding your dream job, make sure that you click down the link in the description. I have a lot of resources for you. And as usual, stay hydrated, stay invested. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.